What's up, guys? Lou in here at Garageband and Beyond. Welcome back. So today I'm doing a pros and cons review of this awesome Loar guitar. This is the LH-350VS. And you might have remembered that a while back I was talking about Recording Kings, and today I'm going to be talking about Loar guitars. You know, I just want to mention that the reason I'm talking about these maybe lesser known brands in your mind is because finally there are some really awesome guitars that are affordable to the average guy. You know what I mean? I'm not a rich person who can afford like super expensive instruments. When I do buy super expensive instruments, it's because I've saved up for years and then I bought one. You know what I mean? That's it. So anyway, there's finally a company, or there's finally a few companies that make really great instruments that you might have like passed over in a catalog or at the store just because you didn't know anything about it. And that's why I'm here. I want you to know that the Loar is making great guitars. That is definitely worth your time. If you're at the store and you see one, take it off the wall, plug it in, and you'll be like, well, that is way better than I thought it was going to be. So that's that. So anyway, this guitar, the LH-350VS, it's totally sweet, you guys. Solid spruce, hand-carved top, maple back and sides, mahogany neck with a rosewood fretboard. I really do like this neck a lot. It's really thick, sort of baseball bat-esque, you know, but not in a bad way. It's really good. It's really fast, and it feels really, really solid under your fingers. I'll definitely say when I sat down and played this for like the first hour or so, I was very impressed with how fast I could play on the neck. You know, sort of, I impressed myself. I was like, oh, wow, I can't hit those runs on every guitar. Like, very few guitars can I like play my super high speed stuff. It's really fun. You know what I mean? It's super fun neck, super fun guitar to play. Yeah, it feels really, really solid under your hands, which is just nice. Oh, the other thing, this pickup right here, the Kent Armstrong floating pickup. It's floating, it's connected to the neck, not to the top, which is great. So it's probably not going to feed back as much, you know, like in the live gigs, because it's not connected to the top. Super nice pickup. Pickup is got plenty of gain, but it's really nice and warm and round. I mean, it's definitely a rich sounding pickup, sounding guitar, really, you know. Besides that, you know, it's just a beautiful guitar. I definitely like, you know, it's got all binding, the top and the back and the neck. I like binding too, just like the next guy. And the Sunburst is well done. The finish is actually, you know, very nice on this guitar. I will say the finish is good. This is a great guitar in general, and I think that it's sort of weird that, well, I understand why they do bill this as, you know, a great guitar for a jazz guitarist. It's obviously a jazz guitar. That's why they, you know, really aim at that clientele. But I will say, if you're like an Americana, folk rock, or like just like a old school rock and roll, rockabilly kind of guy, I would definitely check one of these guitars out if I were you. They're really cool, and they have a really, really unique tone that is very hip. You know, I'll say that, like in recordings a lot now, I'm hearing a lot more of this style guitar coming around a lot again, which is nice because it's a beautiful sound. But it's just sort of a cool sound. So yeah, don't think that it's only for jazz, because it's much more versatile than just a jazz guitar, you know? Yeah, I really just enjoy playing this guitar. It's just a fun instrument under your hands. It feels good under your arms, in your hands. It's just a nice playing guitar. Now, all that being said, I do want to tell you guys there are a couple things that I'm, you know, whatever, little tiny things that aren't great about the instrument. And you know, I'm just trying to give you an honest review of something. And so I had to sort of search, I had to dig around. I will say I had to look for things I didn't like. It was a lot easier to see the things that I did love about the guitar. But anyway, the two things that I'm going to talk about that are minor. Number one, The soldering job under this pickguard on this volume pot is a little on the rough side, and it's a minor thing, but if you look at it, and I think of things in terms of durability, and I would sort of see that the possibility of the solder joint breaking exists, and if it did break, the wire would just sort of separate from the terminal because it's not passed through the hole on the terminal of the volume pot, right? So right now it's just like they just put the wire on the terminal and soldered it just that way. If I had done it, I would have passed the wire through the hole and sort of closed it off, and then I would have soldered it to the terminal. That way, if the solder joint does break, it doesn't separate, and you don't, totally lose signal in the middle of a gig or something. Now, all that being said, in the 30 plus years that I've been playing guitar and electric guitar and gigs and all this stuff, not one time in my life have I had a solder joint break in a guitar. So that's really nitpicky of me. It's just one of those things. I solder. I take real pride in my clean solder joints. So when I looked under there, I was like, not the prettiest soldering job I've ever seen. So that's that. Would I still highly recommend you check out this guitar and buy it? If you're looking for something like this, definitely check it out. It's an awesome sounding guitar, awesome playing guitar. The other thing that, just is, maybe it's sort of good just to tell beginner guitar players or whoever out there, whenever I buy a new guitar off the showroom floor, it's pretty rare that it comes straight home. It usually goes to my luthier first. And in a lot of cases, not a lot of cases, but some cases I've had components replaced, On this guitar, I will not have anything replaced on it at all. It's got a bone nut. It has an ebony bridge. Those are two big points that I would normally do. And it already has it, so that's awesome. And, that's it. I would take it to a luthier to have the frets polished and the whole thing generally set up, and that's basically it. Last thing is that the bridge is adjustable and floating. But the feet haven't been sanded down enough, so you can't lower it anymore right now. But yet again, another thing for my luthier to do when he gets the guitar, I'll have him sand the feet down. So if I do need to lower the bridge, I can lower the bridge. It's one thing, could have been done better. But anyway, it's not a big deal for a luthier to do. It's not an expensive project, and it's certainly not, I'm not saying don't buy the guitar because these two little nitpicky things that I just found. So, you know what I mean? It's a great guitar, you guys. And if you're looking for something like this, definitely worth your time, your money. I think that's pretty much it. So don't forget, I did make a video song review of this, and so you can click that link below. And definitely check out, theloar.com. They have all the details about this. Beautiful guitar here. I really like it a lot. And I hope you guys have a great day. And I hope you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And join me on the Facebook page because we're over there chatting all the time, and on Twitter and all that kind of stuff. I appreciate your support, you guys. Have a great day, and I'll be back on Wednesday with another review, and on Friday of this week with another Loar guitar review. All right, so see you then. Talk to you later.